Finally, let's talk about courage. Oftentimes when we think about courage, we think about heroic deeds that become remarkable outcomes. That's one version of courage. Courage also occurs in little moments. Anytime you feel fear and you choose to face it and act within your values, you're acting with courage. When I ask people to tell me what they're proud of, I'm really asking for a moment of courage. Avoidance undermines your courage. Avoidance impairs your life and causes you distress. You either can't do things you want to do because of it, or you do them with great distress because of how avoidance creates, maintains, and intensifies your anxiety. Your avoidance doesn't just make your anxiety disorder or OCD worse, it's also disempowering. It seems like there's no consequence when you avoid because it immediately feels better. But over time, it will make you feel distant from yourself. Making and breaking commitments with yourself makes it hard for you to trust yourself. Courage is not a personality trait. It's not something you either have or you don't have. It's a skill that you can build if you work on it intentionally. Making reasonable commitments and courageously keeping them will restore your trust in yourself, regardless of the outcome of that commitment. Perfectionism can also undermine your perspective about your courage. Those that suffer from anxiety and OCD are courageous every single day. It's courageous to get out of bed knowing that you're going to face fear. Getting out of bed and facing the day is acting with courage. If your perfectionism tells you that you have to do what you have to do and it has to be in a certain way, that will be elusive or unattainable, and you'll lose sight of the everyday courage you're already living with just by living with an anxiety disorder. When you give yourself credit for the courage it takes to keep going, you'll get better and better at accessing that courage when you need it. In summary, the therapeutic attitude of willing acceptance occurs when, in the presence of suffering, you observe your suffering with warmth and friendliness, a non judgmental present moment awareness that includes understanding your connection to others. You are able to describe your suffering curiously with a strong desire to understand it, and you face your suffering courageously in accordance with your values, regardless of how you feel.